It was a long time ago in heaven, and all was ideal and perfect. And angels, the helpmates of God, thrived throughout all heaven, each helping the Lord with his many tasks of defeating evil and doing good works. And these days in heaven, angels were created by God as babies, becoming young boys and girls and growing into wise and mature men and women. Once they became full grown, they served the will of God until eternity with the vim and vigor of eternal youth. There was one baby angel who could not wait until he grew into adulthood. He had watched the grown angels go out and return on missions throughout the universe and could not wait until he would one day have the chance to fly throughout the heaven as an ambassador of good deeds and goodwill for the Lord. One day God called the baby angel to his side and told him that he had a very special mission in mind for him. For this mission, he would be required never to grow up and always remain a child, because he, the baby angel, was going to be the Lord's special representative to the children of planet Earth, who had a lot of special problems and needed very special attention and representation. He was going to spend his entire existence dealing with children, their problems, their needs, their wants, and their ability to know the love and the care of the Lord. For a moment, the baby angel was brokenhearted. All he had looked forward to was growing up and being like all the adult angels. He didn't want to stay a child. But after thinking about it, he decided that his first duty was to serve the will of God in any way the Lord desired. So, he agreed to become God's special ambassador to the children of earth. He grew quickly to the size of a 7-year-old child, but his mind and his heart grew way beyond his years. He was a very wise and caring child, with an ability to feel and understand almost anything. He was soon ready to go on his first mission to Earth. He flew at a speed only angels were capable of and arrived on Earth after an overnight flight from heaven. He made himself invisible and flew throughout the planet, surveying all the children of the world. Now there was rich and poor, all races, all colors, healthy, unhealthy, good, bad, big, small, and what in Earth time amounted to a week, he saw all of its children. He watched their actions, he sensed their thoughts, saw those with and without parents, and what they all went through to try and be happy. He found Earth to be a very interesting place. It was not perfect as heaven, but it was beautiful and reflected the Lord who created it. While he cruised the Earth and observed all its children, there was one thought in the minds of all children, big and small, that the baby angel sensed. Somehow, they all had one thought in common that went beyond wanting to enjoy themselves and to be happy. They were all bothered by the conduct of their elders. Most children believed their parents loved them, but they were not sure how they felt about each other or other people. It seemed as though there was not enough sincere love and concern for others among adults, and it was bothering the children of the world. The baby angel was very wise beyond his years, but he didn't know how to handle this problem. So at night, he got down on his knees and made contact with the Lord above in his prayers. "Dear Lord," he said, "I've run into a problem among the children of the earth that seems to be the biggest one they have. Some need food and clothing, shelter. Others need medicine. Many have too much and need nothing, but they continue to want everything. I have much to speak to you about, but this one problem seems to be the greatest. They all feel they're being let down by grown-ups everywhere. They feel adults are not living the golden rule and giving the best to their fellow man. I don't know what to tell them. It's a problem that's desperately in need of a solution, one that's too great for me. What should I tell them, Lord? Will you solve this problem for the children of the world? There was silence, and then a gentle breeze blew through the room, and the quiet sound of water running to the shore was softly heard. The Lord spoke.
It has been a problem since I created the world. I gave all men the power to know good from evil and to freely choose their direction. When I created heaven and earth, I gave man the gift of free will to choose for himself the direction he would take. I did not want to create robots who blindly did my bidding. What I wanted was free hearts and minds and free souls who chose the path of righteousness because they were convinced that it was right. Free will has been good and bad. The good part has been that many wonderful, God-loving people were created. And the bad part has been that those who had so much promise and possibility condemned themselves to a life of sin and traveled the road to join the devil. Some caught themselves in time and asked for forgiveness, which I was happy to grant. But some did go on to dwell with Satan in hell, and that has always made me sad. That is the way of this world, and it will remain until the end of its time. In new worlds to come, maybe we'll be trying something else, but for now, so let it be. All things need to have their opposites. You can't know dark without light, and good without bad, and rich without poor. Say to the children of the world to choose good over evil, positive over negative, and love over hate, and they will become better grown-ups than those they know. And if their children do the same, the world will change, slowly but surely. I must go now. I have many other problems to deal with. It's now your task to get them to understand.
In the morning, the baby angel awoke and set out to communicate God's understanding to the children of the world. He made contact with all the children of the world by entering their dreams while they lie sleeping. Every child smiled as he got the message and was given the power to be a better person as he grew up. To choose right over wrong, and to think about and feel for others and spread the gospel of love. That generation of children is you, and you were the ones touched and contacted by the baby angel as you slept when you were young. It's now your job to help change the world by being the best adult you can be and making God and the baby angel